Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to season 27 of the book of Revelation, which is now today episode number 12. Today we are going to hear of the suffering church in Smyrna. Smyrna is a city now in ruins in western Turkey. And Jesus goes and visits it and stands among it. And here's what he says. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 8. And to the angel of the church in Smyrna write, the words of the first and the last who died and who came to life. So this is Jesus identified and speaking. Verse 9. So 3 verses. This is it. Verse 9. I know your tribulation and your poverty. And then in parentheses, you are rich. Close parentheses. And the slanderer of those who say that they are Jews and are not, but are a synagogue of Satan. Do not fear what you are about to suffer. Behold, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison, that you may be tested, and for 10 days you will have tribulation. Be faithful unto death. There's a real pick-me-up. Be faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life. He who has an ear to hear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. The one who conquers will not be hurt by the second death. So Jesus here is calling for conquerors. All right, let's just break this down. First of all, tribulation. All right, so tribulation is honored in the book of Revelation. So it's suffering, but it's kind of a specific spiritual suffering, and suffering for the exact right thing. Tribulation is suffering for Jesus and because of Jesus. And it is not mild suffering. So that's tribulation. Then poverty. So the church here has the approval of Jesus in this situation of both tribulation and suffering. And the thrust of this is that I'm not going to take you out of this situation. I'm going to be with you as you go through this situation. Am I going to allow this? Yes. Tribulation, poverty, one more, deceit, deceitful people around you, a whole congregation of them. They say they're the people of God, the Jews, the chosen, but they're not. Just because you say you are doesn't mean you are. In fact, Jesus calls them a synagogue of Satan. What a judgment on that church. Satan is currently alive and well and collecting enthusiasts and fans, and spiritually we'd call them worshipers. So you're surrounded, you Smyrna people have those people near you. And then he makes this side comment in parentheses that says, you are rich. You're the richest, even though you quote unquote have nothing. You don't have stuff, which nobody cares about, but what you do have is so valuable. What you have is essential and it's valuable. It's a treasure. So what do you have? You have my eye, Jesus' eye, and my ear, and my saving grace upon you. And my presence makes you rich, rich, rich. What you have, though you are persecuted and tribulated and povertied and deceited upon, you are rich. Now, of interest, even ahead of you. So it's not just the past suffering. He says you have suffering ahead. You have all of this and more besides, and more to come. You're going to be thrown in prison by the devil. There's an evil element to it. So it's an evil imprisonment. Perhaps it's against the laws, or certainly against the justice of God. And it's coming. And many will be tested ahead. Many of us will be tested. So just side comment, God's not finished with our character, and he's not finished with the character, with the witness that our character displays. So he says, be faithful unto death. So think about the prosperity gospel for health and wealth. Here we have a group of people, the Smyrnians, with no money, no liberty, no health, no wealth, and God says you're rich. These are the people that I've got my eye on and I love. Yet God is so here with the Smyrna people. encouraging. You can do this. It's going to be very difficult, but you can do it. You can do what I have for you. You can do what I allow to be done to you, and frankly, against you. My eye is on the sparrow, my eye is on the Smyrnian, and my eye is on you. I see you in life, I see you in suffering, and I see you in death, and I am going to see you through all this. So here's the real prosperity gospel. That I'm going to crown you as a conqueror, and you are going to have me to help conquer, to endure during the stay of the testing. So you are going to be immune to the second death. You will not be hurt by what is to come after the poverty, after the deception, after the suffering is over, after the deceit, after the tribulation, and frankly, after your first death. So wait a minute. You mean to tell me that there's more that's going to happen after this death that's facing all of us? So we're all worried about this death. And what Jesus is telling the Smyrnians is, hey, worry about this death, but really worry about the second death. Conquer that one. So you mean I best get ready for not only my real physical death, but the second death that's happening after that? Getting ready for this death is actually getting ready for the second death. So join me again, 7 minutes of preparation, not for this death, but conquering by enduring the trials, the testing, the tribulation. So enduring the first death. Why? To be ready for the second death. So despite all this, all the tribulation, all the poverty, all the deceit, we find these Smyrnians, they got it and they're doing it right, and they're suffering now, but they are going to be the one who conquers, will not be hurt by a second death. These are the guys that aren't afraid of the second death. So join me in having a good first death, but also having a good second one. Thank the Lord for what the Smyrnians have taught us. Thanks for listening.